Well, good evening, everyone. It is half past the hour, and it is Monday night, and I am so happy to see all of your beautiful smiling faces. Delighted to see you here. Your presence, I just have to say, and it means a lot to me to see you here. Your presence means so much. It means that you do care about your business, and it does speak volumes about where you are in your journey. So thank you so much for being here. And each week when we come together, it really is, I believe, to highlight and remind us of our mission, which is the greater mission of Juice Plus, of inspiring healthy living around the world. But our team mission is to remind us that we're inspired individuals, and I hope that you are inspired, that we're inspired individuals, agents for change. This is a proactive statement, agents for change, who are coming together to shine the light, dedicated to creating a healthier, more prosperous life now for as many as possible now and in the future and future generations. And so I love the fact that we are thinking forward. We're such forward-thinking team. And tonight, our focus is going to center on, I believe, is a topic that has keen interest to everyone. At least most everybody is asking this question: how do you develop relationships, or how do you expand your warm market, or what do you do when you run out of warm market? And I have to say, personally, in 35 years, in May the 15th, last Wednesday, I celebrated 35 years with this company, and I have never run out of, thank you, I've never run out of 35 years of people to talk to. I still have new people that I'm meeting and engaging and having conversation with. So tonight we want to talk about that just a little bit. And so as we move into summer, that means that everyone is pretty much focused on what I think is probably one of America's favorite pastime. At least I know there's a few of you on this call who love to go to the ballpark, and you're very engaged in watching those ball games. People love to go to baseball and cheer their favorite teams on. So summer's not only a good time for attending baseball games, but it's also a good time excellent time to be out talking to people, engaging, having conversations, and really shining the light for health and hope. So Larry Thompson is a well-known network marketing leader, and many years ago I was fortunate enough to hear him train, and one of the things he trained on was knowing what you get paid for. And tonight our call is Swing the Bat, but swinging the bat is also knowing what you get paid for. Most people think they get paid in our business with the Juice Plus company for making a sale. But what I learned several years ago, it's not just about making a sale. We get paid for actually sharing our story. We get paid for talking with people, visiting, having conversations, and being out there and being engaged. Now, whether you know it or not, there is a great connection between baseball and our business. So let's talk about that just a minute. Most people think that those Baseball Hall of Fame, anybody in the Baseball Hall of Fame, those all-star players that are in the Hall of Fame, had to do something quite extraordinary to get there. When in truth, all they did was, when they went to the bat, every time they went to the plate, they swung the bat. And sometimes they hit the ball and sometimes they didn't. And like top people in our business and in any industry in network marketing, people don't have to do extraordinary things, but we have to do things with consistency, being willing to be consistent in our conversations. They're merely consistent. Our top people are merely consistent in talking with people. And they're intentional. I want to really highlight that word. They're intentional about talking with people, opening conversations. I've opened conversations in the grocery store. I can't even tell you how many times I've done that, or in the beauty shop where I've been and I've overheard certain things and just begin to have a conversation. Maybe a few months ago, I did a Google search on the top 1,000 baseball hitters of all times. Most of these men are in the Baseball Hall of Fame, by the way, and they've been paid millions of dollars and had all kinds of recognition, rewards, like Most Valuable Player. Many of you maybe know some of their names, like Babe Ruth or Hank Aaron or Roger Mantle. Roger Maris, people like that. But they also held, while they held the record for the highest number of hits, they also held another high record for strikeouts. And you know what? I bet they just didn't strike out. I bet they got booed sometimes, don't you think? I bet if there were people striking, they're expecting them to hit and make a hit. They probably got booed a few times. Well, one of the things that I did discover when in this search of those top hitters was every time they went to the bat and they swung the bat, that their batting average was only 200 to 300, not that high. In other words, every 10 times they went to the bat, they only hit 2 to 3 times, or they struck out 7 to 8 times in what they were doing at the bat. And so think about that. They're in the Baseball Hall of Fame. They've been paid millions of dollars. They didn't do anything extraordinary, but they were consistent in swinging that bat. Now, think about us. This is what I feel like I see all the time. People go out there and they talk to 2 or 3 people. Maybe they talk to 4 or 5 people, and they think they should close every sale. And when we first get started, if you went out and talked to 10 people and you only made 1 sale, that's probably a pretty good average, because what we need to do as we develop in our business is we need to grow our skills in asking questions, listening, following up, developing relationships. And as we do that, we go out, begin to engage with those 10 people on an average. Let's just say every week you do that, 10 people every week, 10 new people you're talking to from your memory jogger or from the people that you meet. And you do that, you will get better, and your sales will grow and your team will grow. It's important, and I want to highlight this too. I don't care if you're brand new in our business or if you've been around for a while. It's still very important to have what we call a memory jogger, or a list, a very good list of people. You start out with the people that you know, and you advance with the people that you meet. And and I have to say, after 35 years, I have my antenna up. I always have my antenna up when I'm engaging in new circles, in new situations, or when I'm meeting new people, especially. Who is here that I need to pay attention to? Who's passionate about something, or who's here that I would want to go talk to? And so that's what I continue to do, is to expand that market. And so it's important that we get a good solid list of prospects. And if you fail to make a list, and if you fail to keep adding to it, you're limiting your potential in our business. And so every relationship, I just want to highlight this, every relationship you build provides an opportunity to expand your market. And you're not doing this to use people, because, guys, we know that there are people out there every single day praying for an answer for their health concerns and their finances. So what we're doing is we're using this as an opportunity to bless people. I hope you will see that in what we're doing every single day as we develop relationships. And so tonight, we've asked some of our people to come on, some of our team to come on and share how are they developing relationships. What are some of the key things that they do to develop a relationship past how are you, hi, how are you, nice to meet you. So I'm going to start with Beth Lammers, National Marketing Director, and I'm going to ask her to come in and share. Beth's built a strong customer base, and she's got a team. So welcome, Beth.
Thank you, Sharon. And I love the title, Swing the Bat. And I think about swinging the bat as just doing it, just swinging the bat, not holding back, not afraid to maybe strike it out, but just doing it, because that's what we do. We share, without thought about the outcome. What I encourage you to do, what Sharon just said, and what I do, is I walk out of my house every day with an intention, with the materials ready, the intention of sharing Juice Plus with people. I have brochures. I have brochures. I have my little pad of paper and my pen and my business cards, because I want to be prepared. I'm thinking about who am I going to run into, or even I don't even know who I'm going to run into. Who am I going to share Juice Plus with today? I love, as Sharon said, striking up conversations wherever I am. Ask questions in a kind, wonderful way. with no concern about the outcome. We get paralyzed if we're so worried about if they'll say yes or not, or what they think about us, etc. The whole idea is we have a gift to share. When we think of that mentality, we have a gift to share. We're not asking for a sale. I've got something I want to share with you. I love, and some will and some won't, and we keep on smiling with our energy and enthusiasm. And that's how we keep on going and getting new people all the time. I'm just like Sharon. I've been doing it 18 years, always getting new people on board. So excited about that. When do you share that? What do you do? As an example, if I get great service anywhere, somebody gives me great service. Could be JCPenney, could be a jewelry store, could be a waitress. You know, you have gifted us with wonderful service. I'd like to gift you. This may or may not be for you. Have you ever heard of the product called Juice Plus? Fruits and vegetables with a capsule. No, I haven't. Most people are saying, no, what is it? I'm interested. It's just so simple. A person next to you is sneezing. Who just sneezes and sneezes. Oh, excuse me. This may or may not be for you, but we used to have those issues. We don't have it anymore. Have you heard of Juice Plus? Person who mentions being sick all the time, person who mentions credit card debt or being overwhelmed with financial woes, just in conversation as you're visiting with people, things come up like this. And I love that thing. Well, this may or may not be for you, but I'm compelled to share from my heart what we've done and what's made a difference in our life. I mean, I think of some of my stories. I mean, literally getting a jewelry store, a person was so awesome working on my wedding ring. This is years ago, it's brand new. So I went back to pick up, to thank her, had my cassette tape with me. And I said, you have been such a gift to me. I'd like to be a gift to you. I got home and she called and said, oh my gosh, I need this. It was Dr. Du Bois, the whole thing, the whole truth. It just, that's how it went so well. Just the whole idea of the gift of giving them the gift of health, or the gift of getting their finances back in order. So I love being antenna, as Sharon said, antennas up, always looking, always aware, having fun, not hunting, but inviting people to have conversations with me. And of course, I love being involved in different things, whether it's Bible study, wherever I'm involved with, as Sharon said, also to have my antennas up, thinking this person is a dynamite. I'd love to get to know her about it. So I just say, I enjoy you so much. Let's meet for coffee sometime. And usually they'll say, I'd love to, Beth. And then we make a coffee date. And in that wonderful conversation where I'm finding out about that person, they actually say, what about you? What do you do? And it's so much fun to share my story with excitement and enthusiasm. And typically they get pretty excited and they want to know more. And then I always schedule a web walk if they're interested in Juice Plus, and we go from there. I usually get an order just like that. So it's a whole idea of just really, and as Nancy said today, she doesn't carry the brochures. Have your phone ready right there. Gosh, do we ever have the videos? Come join us videos. We have all kinds of videos right on our phone. Can I have your phone number? Can I send it to you right away? When can I follow up with you? So that's what I do. I love meeting new people, getting new people on board, and then caring for my customers and establishing relationships. And then ask them to join our mission, be a partner with me. So thanks, Sharon.
Thanks, Beth, for sharing. Those are some great tips for sure. Really, really good tips about asking and listening and just would you be open. So thank you so much. So I'm going to move to Alyssa Petty and ask her to come in. She's really been on fire in her business for the last little bit, and I know is developing relationships. So welcome, Alyssa.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I have a couple of points here, so I'm looking at my notes. So first one is find your system of how you're going to keep track of who you're connecting with. That is huge, because then you can go from one exposure to the next, whether it's about Juice Plus or just building those relationships. You know what conversations you've had with them and how you can move forward. So you guys know I'm the Teamsy girl. I love my Teamsy. But if that's not for you, use your paper calendars. That way you can write down, oh, I saw this person today at the grocery store. I'm going to check in with them next week. However you do it, whatever works best for you. Number two, invite people to meet face-to-face, whether it's for coffee or what I'm personally doing is I'm doing weekly events for Salad in a Jar, but it is all about relationship building. I have my Juice Plus on the counter. I don't share my story. I don't talk about Juice Plus. This is all relationship building for me and my network of people. And those people are more likely to bring more people because they don't feel like they're coming to something that they're going to talk about, something that they don't know if they can bring their friends. So I know people do that all differently, but that's just what I'm doing to build relationship. And then I have other events that I use for Juice Plus and actually sharing my story. Very important to have those events too. I actually was invited to a woman's house the other day, and I love this. It was right before Mother's Day, and she just wanted to have a celebrating motherhood with her friends. She said, the only stipulation, no kids. It was awesome. We had the best time, great conversations, really got to know people. That's relationship building. We just loved it so much. We're going to do it once a month just to get together for brunch and spend time together. So do something like that, something that you enjoy. So that kind of leads into the third point. Use your hobbies. Maybe it's you like painting. Do the painting classes where you drink wine if that's your thing. Or if you like jogging or running, try to find a group that you can jog or run with. I like to go to story time. I take my daycare kids every Tuesday to story time, meet with other moms there. And it's just right now is a really easy time to engage in conversation. What are you doing this summer? Are you taking any trips? Are you traveling? Those are very easy questions. Even if you're nervous to talk to somebody new, you can ask them that question. Just get that conversation going. They're going to ask you what you're doing. If you're going to any of the summits, oh, I'm headed to Chicago. Do you know anybody in Chicago? Anything like that can lead into something. Number 4, stand out on social media. Don't just like someone's post, actually go in and make a comment on it. And do a comment with some detail. Instead of just saying, like there's a picture of kids, instead of just adorable, actually put, your kids are adorable. Look at those smiles. That's gonna stand out so much more than just an adorable. Birthday wishes, okay? This I found is really, really huge, and some of you might know my trick already. A lot of people say happy birthday on somebody's wall. You can stand out even more by sending them a private message and writing happy birthday. What's going to stand out even more? Sing to them. I am serious. I don't care if you're like, it's your birthday, happy birthday. Or if you go into the traditional song, you're going to stand out. It's so fun too. You might be a little nervous the first time, but after message 5, you're like, oh, I got this. Number 5, smile wherever you go. I don't care what is going on in your life that day. Put a smile on. It's going to make somebody else smile. It's going to bring you up if you're having a bad day. If they're having a bad day, it's going to bring them up. This happened to me, no joke, yesterday at the gas station. There was a gentleman standing outside. I pumped my fuel. I was getting ready to walk in. Had no clue who he was. I just smiled at him. When I came back out, he's like, excuse me, ma'am. He asked me a question and he's like, you were smiling at me and I thought maybe you could help me. All because I smiled at him, engaged in a conversation. I made his day. He said he was down in the dumps. My smile helped him. That's what we're about, changing people's lives, even if it's just a smile. Okay, so that's what I got. Smile, sing, be happy.
Thank you, Alyssa. Who wouldn't want to come and be on your team for sure? That is so darling. Thank you so much. And it reminds me of one of our leaders who always said, smile with teeth, and I'll come back to that in just a minute. So thank you so much for sharing. So let me move to Jessica Isom. I know Jessica is on here, I think. I'm pretty sure she is.
Yeah.
Come in and share. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you, Alyssa. I love those. That just made me smile. I love it. So I was told later on today at the last minute about this. I was like, okay, what has really helped me build relationships over the past few months? And 2 things really came to mind. The first one was creating trust. And I'll kind of give you a backstory with that. I adopted a customer from a team member who did not resign. This was back in the fall of last year. And I reached out to her because she had an order coming up. And so we started to build that relationship and that trust. Well, come to find out, this lady is a part of a totally different community than we are. She is a part of the Amish community. And so it was very hard for her to have trust with me at first because we were complete strangers. So over many conversations on the phone, we were able to develop a relationship, and she got to where she was comfortable enough for us to meet face to face. And so Ann and I went and we met with her. We sat down. We had an awesome conversation. She's now a team member. She has a team member of her own under her. They're loving their Juice Plus products. But if it was not for me building that trust first and putting in that extra effort and extra time, then that would have never have been a successful story. So that's the first thing I definitely recommend, is to build trust with your relationships. I'll have to steal something from Holly Pickerel, and she talked about the compact effect, how if we do the small, simple steps over time, if we consistently do those steps, then we're going to see radical change. We're going to see radical difference in our customers and in our team. And then the second thing I really thought about trust. And then the second thing was, opportunity. That every single team member should deserve the same opportunity. And with this Express Track, it's not up to us to decide who gets that opportunity, because we don't know where people are in their life. We don't know what they need. So we need to be able to reach out to each team member to give them that same opportunity. Sorry, I have notes here that I wrote down. But really that opportunity, it's the best gift that we not only can give our customers, but it's also the best gift that we can give our team members. So those are the two things I thought about: trust and building those relationships, and then also giving everybody the same opportunity.
Thank you, Jessica. Well said. You guys are rock stars, I was going to say, on our team. Absolute rock stars. Thank you, Beth and Jessica and Alyssa, so much. And that this is I'm taking notes here for sure. And I like too, Alyssa, that you reminded us to create a system for follow-up, because we're out there meeting new people. We need to know who these people are, where we had conversations. So that's really, really important. And before I introduce Deanne Broderson, I want you to hang on with us here just an extra few minutes, guys. Before I introduce her, Alyssa said something about smiling. And one of our key icon leaders that I have known since the 80s in our business, Carol Renoa, many of you have seen her train over the years, passed away this last week, and so our condolences are going out to her family. But we have a gift that we will share with you. Carol did a training on developing relationships and talking to people, and I never forget the time that Carol came to the Branson Boot Camp when we were facilitating it that many years ago there, and she taught on this, and I adopted some of her principles back then. And it has guided me well in my journey with this company. So we're going to send this gift to you via Voxer, and you can listen to this training on intentional listening, asking questions, but from one of the key icon leaders, not only in our company, but I would say in network marketing for sure. So she was well loved, and our hearts go out to her, Vic, and the family. So I'm going to introduce Deanne Broderson to you. This is not on developing relationships, but it really is about expanding our business and exciting times that we have right now within the Juice Plus mission. So welcome, Deanne.
Oh, well, thank you. Sharon and the leadership team asked me to talk about something that I got pretty excited about. I opened my Juice Plus Insights Wednesday email and saw that there was a brand new incentive program. And so I'm not going to go over all the details, but I'm going to kind of hit the highlights. It's called a leadership track, but I got to kind of do a build up to this first. First of all, this may or may not apply to you where you're at currently in the compensation plan, but it applies to somebody that you might invite or who is already on your team and who is working towards this. But if you have not been paying attention, you need to be paying attention, because in December, they did this Come Join Us incentive and made it easier to get to the first level of DD. and incentivize that in a way that they had not before, getting people to conference. And oh, by the way, if you help 2 other people get to their first level, you're going to get additional. And then, oh, by the way, we came out with the Express Track to Sales Coordinator. And so now we have a fast track and an express track. You can get to the top commission level in half the time with half the points and more money and more prizes and bonuses that go with it. And oh, by the way, after that, we're going to make it easier to get to the first 2 levels. And then when you do get to the express track, now we've got a leadership track. Are you guys starting to put the dots together? This company just invited all of our top leaders to come to a meeting to talk about the next 25 years. Now, they are sworn to secrecy and cannot tell us about it. But I don't know about you, but I'm starting to put something together. I think they're, from what they are able to tell us, they're going to make our plans simpler. They're going to make the journey smoother for us and for our new people. And so get excited about this. I mean, I just think we're starting to see raindrops of this big, amazing tsunami of goodness that is coming our way, okay? So to get to the specifics of this, I have to show you this chart. How many of you all have seen, I'm trying to get back to the gallery view so I can see you all. How many of all have seen the stair steps chart of the compensation plan? Have you all seen that? Can I see your hands? Okay. So with each of the levels, including the very first one, being a dealer, you have a privilege that you get when you earn that status. The privilege of coming on board to be a dealer is you get your retail sales profit. Okay, so that is the privilege. When you get to that next level, you earn a privilege of earning a 6% commission on top of it. And so each one of these has a new privilege that comes along with it. Okay, so when you get to sales coordinator in the top position, you have a 22% commission level. You also you can also earn performance bonus, promote out bonus, all those things. You don't need to know all the terminology. Just know there are bonuses there available for you for working with your team. Well, normally when you get into the first leadership role here, which is senior sales coordinator, the privilege that one of the privileges that comes with that is what you might heard the term BIB. It used to be called Business Incentive Bonus. It's now Business Investment Bonus. This company gives you money every month to invest back into your business and your team. Okay, nobody in the corporate world is doing that. I'm just telling you. So you used to have to wait to get here. Well, if you go for this bonus after you reach Express Track or Fast Track to Sales Coordinator since Tampa, you can get BIB, 3 months of BIB while you're a sales coordinator. They're actually pulling that privilege forward into the sales coordinator position. So when I was in human resources, we would come up with incentive plans to get whatever it was that we wanted done. So for instance, if we felt like quality was not being paid attention to, we would incentivize quality. If we felt like our people needed to be faster, we would incentivize speed. So if our company is following that principle and they're incentivizing us, because there are certain things you need to do to get to this leadership track, basically it's building a more solid business. Your Juice Plus company is incentivizing you and your new team members and your existing team members to build a more solid business and a more solid paycheck. I think that's super cool. So whether you qualify for this or not, talk to your upline, talk to your support partners, here. There's so many of them. Reach out and ask, do I qualify for this? Does somebody on my team qualify for this? You can find this in the news section of your virtual office. If you don't qualify for this, get excited anyway, because this company is about to make some huge changes to make our lives even more fantastic being a part of the Juice Plus company. Back to you, Sharon.
Thank you, Deanne. We are excited. I mean, I was in Dallas, and now you've got me more excited that you guys are excited. So yes, we were sworn to secrecy, but I will tell you, in 35 years, that was a landmark event that all the national marketing directors around the country came together. I think there were nearly 600 in attendance there in Dallas, which was pretty phenomenal. And the enhancements, and I don't even know if it's changed so much, but it's enhancements to what is already an incredible company and pay plan and recognition and community it's gonna rock your world. And so let me just say right now, if you haven't already made your date to be in Austin, Texas for the fall conference, you need to be there, because that's where it will be unveiled for the whole Juice Plus company and world to see. And we are in the best place at the best time right now. Right place, right time. If you've ever been in the right place at the right time before or thought you were, we for sure are right this minute. So we are excited. And thank you, Deanne, for getting us more stirred up and put a very thorough approach to that. It's important to check your Insights magazine every single Wednesday. And if you are not getting it, please reach out to someone and make sure that they have your email. Lots of things in there that we'll be covering as we move forward. So thank you, everybody, for sharing all the way from, talking to people, building your network, blessing people with the Juice Plus mission and what we're doing, to really reaping rewards and benefits. This is a phenomenal opportunity. So thank you, everybody. Have a super week.
Wait. Sharon, what about the energy bus? You want to mention that?
Oh, the energy bus. Yes, thank you. I had this on my notes and I forgot. Thank you. All right, if we've talked about this before, the energy bus, the little book, The Energy Bus. Next week we are going. There's mine's the paperback. There's the hardback. You can get it on Amazon. June the 3rd, we will be talking about this and going through this in the month of June. You definitely want to get the book if you don't have it. Start reading it. It's an easy read. It can be read in probably an hour and a half, thereabout, something like that. And we'll have some fun with the energy bus, because we are in charge of our own bus. There is no question about it. So was there something else that I was supposed to say and I'm not remembering? But anyways, we got a lot on our brains right now. That's all I can tell you. But energy bus, we definitely want to make sure that you guys have that, and we are reading it together. It's going to be a fun summer. Fun summer for sure. Oh, no call next week, guys. Next Monday is Memorial Day. That's what I wanted to say. We'll have no call next week. We'll see you again on Monday, June the 3rd. Have a great week and a super Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Love you all so much. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you.
Great call. Thanks a lot.
It was a good call.